What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another Clash Royale video. So as you all know, today is October 25th, which means that we are 6 days away from Halloween. To my knowledge, I'm not exactly sure if Clash Royale is going to do anything special for this upcoming holiday like they usually do in Clash of Clans, which they actually just updated today. You get the Halloween theme in Clash of Clans now, but I don't think they're going to do that to Clash Royale, so I went ahead and took it upon myself to create a very spooky Halloween deck. As you can tell, we have the Golem, the Witch, Tombstone, Skeletons, and the Minions, which are all really spooky cards, and we also have the Inferno Dragon and the Mega Minion, which are basically just two troops that are in costume ready to go trick-or-treating. I'm currently at 3,725 trophies right now. I would really prefer not to lose any trophies. However, that's usually what happens whenever I try out a crazy deck that I've never used before. But I honestly don't think that this deck is going to be that bad. We do have the Inferno Dragon in here. We got a Golem deck. It's also basically a cycle deck, excluding the Witch in here, which is kind of expensive. So hopefully we can get at least one win with this deck, and if we do stay above 3,700 trophies, I will consider that a success. So here's our very first victim of the spooky Halloween deck. We got a level 10 here. Mark is about to feel the wrath of our Golem cycle deck. He's going to go ahead and start off by dropping down an Ice Wizard behind his King Tower. I went ahead and dropped down some minions behind my tower. I don't really have anything else to do right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and drop down an Inferno Dragon back here as well. Let's go ahead and throw down our Tombstone right here and also drop down, okay, he's got a Skeleton army and he's got a Hog Rider. Let's go ahead and zap that right there. Drop down my minion on the Hog Rider, which is actually going to go ahead and target these Skeletons instead. However, my Skeletons and the rest of my troops did take out his Hog Rider eventually. However, it did drop our tower below 2,000 hit points, and all of our troops have been taken out. So things right now are not going so well. However, I do see this deck having potential. I'm going to go ahead and start off by dropping down my Witch behind my King Tower. I don't want to drop the Golem yet just because he's a very heavy card. I'm going to wait until Double Elixir to drop him, but he just went ahead and rocketed my tower and my Witch at the exact same time. That was definitely a scumbag move. I have nothing else to do right now besides drop down this Golem behind my King Tower. He realizes that I'm probably low on Elixir right now, so he's planning a big push towards my left lane. My minions are going to go ahead and take out his Princess and his Ice Wizard right here. So now let's go ahead and drop down my Mega Minion behind my Golem, which will finish off that Ice Wizard since the minions couldn't. He's going to go ahead and drop down an Ice Spirit behind that. Let's go ahead and zap all of these Skeletons right here. Drop down our Inferno Dragon when I can. My Mega Minion takes out his. And I'm actually going to go ahead and hold off on the Inferno Dragon because our troops couldn't make it to the tower. That was unfortunate. It looks like this deck's not going so well against this guy. Let's go ahead and drop down our minions to finish off his Princess. However, they will get distracted by that Hog Rider. But they do turn over there and target her a little bit, so I'm just going to go ahead and zap her now. And now I got to deal with this other Princess back here. Let's go ahead and drop down my Witch and hope that he doesn't drop down another rocket on her. Let's go ahead and drop down the minions in here as well as my Skeletons, and there goes the rocket. I'm assuming on my Witch, which will also do some heavy damage to my tower. Drop down our minion right here. Let's just go ahead and throw down a Golem because there's not much else we can do. This guy's just going to go ahead and keep rocketing our tower. Definitely a scumbag way to win, but that's probably the only reason this guy's at 3,700 trophies. So 3 seconds left in the battle. There goes his rocket, and he's going to go ahead and take the win. Minus 30 trophies means that we are now under 3,700, which is very unfortunate, but I'm not going to give up yet. I think this deck can get us at least one win, so let's go ahead and go back into a matchmaking battle and see who we get paired up with next. Here we are going up against Grim Jitsu from Suicidal Squad. Let's go ahead and start off by dropping down a Mega Minion with some minions in front of him. See if they can get towards the tower. I know it's kind of an early push, but maybe we can catch this guy off guard. Instead, he's going to go ahead and drop down a level 8 wizard, which will totally annihilate all of my minions right there. And of course, he's also going to go ahead and drop down a Royal Giant. So I dropped down my Inferno Dragon to target him. The wizard is doing some damage to my Inferno Dragon, but he did take out the Royal Giant, and now my Skeletons finish off his wizard. Let's just go ahead and drop down a Tombstone for now. It also looks like this guy has a Lumberjack coming down my left lane, which will be distracted by my Skeletons. However, he's going to go ahead and poison spell all of my troops right here. My Mega Minion finishes off his Lumberjack. My minions also finish off his Miner. So now let's go ahead and drop down a Witch behind that Mega Minion and also some Skeletons in here as well. But now he drops down his Wizard, which basically took out all of our troops right here using one splash damage swing. And there is the death of yet again another push. So now let's go ahead and drop down a Tombstone right here. I know it's not going to do anything to take out the Wizard. However, it's just going to go ahead and distract him for a little bit longer so my tower can finish him off. Let's go ahead and drop down a level 3 Golem behind my King Tower. I'm expecting the Royal Giant, and there it is. I know it's going to take out my tower, so I'm probably just going to go ahead and let it. Now I have to go ahead and zap his minions right here and drop down my own minions to finish them off. However, it looks like they might actually take out my minions instead, but luckily some do lock onto the Golem, allowing my minions to finish off his. My tower goes down from that Royal Giant, but I'm not too worried about that. Let's go ahead and drop down an Inferno Dragon behind my Golem as well as some Skeletons in there. He's going to go ahead and poison everything right there, which is probably a smart move by him, but my Inferno Dragon does lock onto the tower and now it's going to go down immediately. So there went his first tower. Now my Inferno Dragon's going to go ahead and finish off that wizard right there. Let's go ahead and drop down another golem down the right lane and get another push going. I'm going to go ahead and ignore that miner for now and save my minions. The towers finished him off just fine, and he didn't do that much damage. So now let's drop down a witch behind my golem and an Inferno Dragon on this Royal Giant. He also drops down his wizard back here, so I'm going to go ahead and drop down my Mega Minion on him. The Inferno Dragon finished off the Royal Giant, and there's that poison spell once again. So let's go ahead and drop down another golem on his tower right here. Not sure if that was the best idea. I just really need to do as much damage as I can to this tower. Let's go ahead and drop down our minions behind that golem as well as our Mega Minion. The golem did a little bit of damage to that tower, and now all I have to do is cycle back to my zap spell one more time and I should finish it off. So let's go ahead and drop down my Inferno Dragon on his Royal Giant, drop down some minions in here as well. He's throwing all of his troops at me right now, and I'm trying my best to counter them. All I have to do is cycle back to my zap spell, and down goes his tower right before he takes out mine. So we actually got to win with this deck. That was very, very nerve-wracking for me. I probably wouldn't have won if my zap was the next card right there, but luckily we cycled back fast enough and finished off his tower. So that was plus 33 trophies, I believe, and now we're back above 3,700 once again. But this deck seems to just be way too risky, so I'm going to go ahead and take it into a friendly battle next. I'm sorry if you don't like watching me do friendly battles, but I just did 2 live battles with this deck, and I honestly don't want to risk too many trophies. I need to stay above 3,700 for now. But now that we have done 2 live battles with this deck, let's go into a friendly battle and see if we can finish off a clan mate. So here we're going up against Raged Barney, who's at 3,100 trophies, which means that we're about 600 trophies higher than this guy. Let's go ahead and throw him a good luck though. And I went ahead and started off by dropping down my tombstone between my towers, but he's going to start off with a big push down my left lane with his Hog Rider, the Valkyrie, and those Fire Spirits. The Fire Spirits did finish off my minions, and now my Witch is working on this Valkyrie after taking out his Hog Rider. My Mega Minion is over there distracted on that Ice Wizard, so for now let's go ahead and drop down my Inferno Dragon above my Witch, as well as some skeletons in there as well. I also have my zap if I need it, but I don't think I will. He drops down a Mega Minion and a zap to counter my troops, and it takes out my entire push. So that was a nice play by him. This is not looking good so far. He's probably going to end up winning this battle. But who knows, maybe I can come back and double elixir with my golem once again. Let's go ahead and drop down a tombstone on the left lane this time, since he has done so much damage to that tower. I'm just going to go ahead and lay down my golem right now. I know it's not the perfect timing, but he's probably going to go ahead and take out this tower no matter what. Those Fire Spirits did lock onto my Mega Minion though, which I did not want to happen. I wanted them to go off of my skeletons instead. The Hog Rider is on my tower doing a lot of damage, and my tower is actually at 10 hit points now. So the Valkyrie goes down, as well as the Ice Wizard in just a second. I'm also going to go ahead and drop down my Inferno Tower right here. I need to get my zap ready for his Inferno Tower, but it does shred my golem immediately. Tower locks onto my Inferno Dragon, and it looks like it's going to get taken out. We are about to enter into double elixir though, so let's go ahead and drop down our tombstone in the middle and send our golem down the right lane this time. His Ice Wizard does lock onto my golem, so let's go ahead and now drop down our Witch behind my golem, as well as my Inferno Dragon and my Mega Minion. Get our skeletons in here as well and cycle back to my zap for his Inferno Tower, which I knew was coming. It locks onto my golem right about now, so I'm going to go ahead and zap the Inferno Tower to reset the charge. My Inferno Dragon does lock onto his tower, but he drops down a Mega Minion to finish it off. I'm just going to go ahead and immediately send in another golem, because we only have 15 seconds left and all he has to do is zap my left tower. But his Inferno Tower shredded my golem once again, and it looks like my minions didn't do much to his tower. There goes that winning fireball right there, and as time runs out, he does win the battle. We got his tower to 900 hit points, so luckily we didn't go out into a live battle and lose any more trophies, but I just thought I'd go ahead and end off the episode with a friendly battle. So that was my version of a spooky Halloween deck. Let me know what your version is down in the comment section below, and let me know how it does for you if you would like to try out this deck. If you guys have any other special decks or challenges you would like to see me do in Clash Royale, leave those down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you smash that like button, and if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe for more Clash Royale content. But that's all I've got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.